Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and a few reality shows as well. Today's episode, first of all, I'm still in Portland. We're still opening that casino. So things are going well, though, actually, for us, where they're going pretty smooth. I'm actually very excited. This is actually my best install yet, knock on wood. I'm getting better and better, so that's very helpful. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the Bold and the Beautiful. So this past week on the Bold and the Beautiful, it was all about why does my face look so ruddy? I mean, maybe I got a little sun. Maybe I was a little sunburned actually. I was just outside. It's the weather out here is it's in the 70s, which everyone is freaking out because it's like the first day it hasn't rained in like 6 months, so they're like so excited about that. But like in Vegas, it's like already like 95. So to me, it's like ooh, this is what springtime is. Anyways, okay, Bold and Beautiful. So this past week that we saw that the Spectra gang, who I love the Spectra gang. You know what's funny? I was talking to someone online on one of those apps, not Grinder. I'm not on Grinder anymore because it's all bots, and I'm about this close to taking Hornet off my phone because it's all bots too. So unless they make some changes, they're going to be losing one customer as well. So, but it was on a different app, and this guy actually like he was hating on the Spectras. I was like, "Are you for real?" So I guess people like that are out there. I suppose. I think this Sally is like way more likable than the last Sally, right? Um, yeah, that was. Anyways, that just blew my mind blown. It was crazy. Okay, so this past week we saw the Spectre gang gear up for their big fashion show, which featured all of the Forrester pilfered designs that they stole via Coco, who unwittingly wore the jewelry with the. I mean, okay, I will say having the jewelry with the cameras in it was a little bit hokey. Like, that was kind of dumb. But at least they made a good plot point out of it by, she stole the designs, but she didn't even know she was stealing them. Um, so they did the fashion show, and the fashion show was great. It went over very well. They were getting order after order. Saul was doing his best to take all the orders, but Thomas showed up at the very end of the fashion show, and he saw that those were his and his grandfather and his father's designs. My hair looks really frizzy. I don't know why. I think it's just windy out and it looks hella frizzy because I don't have anything in it today. Um, so he was pissed. Now, granted, Sally had broken up with Thomas beforehand, right? She broke up with him because she knew that he was going to see it and find out, and there was nothing she could do. If you let's break this down. The reason why, because remember when Sally first came to LA to revive her Aunt Sally's dream of Spectra Designs, Spectra Fashions, or whatever the hell it's called, um, she was going to do it as a designer. And then when she did her first, preview or her showing, Jarrett Maxwell, who writes for Ion Fashion, a publication owned by, oh wait, Bill Spencer, and he said they weren't bad. The designs actually weren't that bad. Okay, so for that, Bill was like, "Don't you dare write a good review about Sally Spectre. You've got to use my review." He gave them this review that like trashed her, and they printed it because Jarrett Maxwell still needed a job, and because of that, I mean, here's the thing. Wyatt is a good guy, but his morals are slightly questionable. But why wouldn't Jarrett tell Liam? Like, why wouldn't Jarrett go to Liam and say, you know what, your father's forcing me to write this review that is not true, it's not accurate, and it's gonna destroy the Spectra house, all because he wants their building. That's the only reason why he's making me do this. Because if he had Liam on his side, then they could actually, Wyatt could go either way, but Liam is, if there's anything you can count on drippy Liam to do, it's to stand up for what's right. So that would actually be the right thing to do. So I'm that again, that surprises me. So anyway, so Jarrett Maxwell wrote this review, and it almost completely crushed this Sally Spectra's house of fashion, and they decided that they had to, well, no, Shirley, Sally's grandmother, Sally and Coco's grandmother, decided that they're going to go back to the way that they used to do things at the Spectra, and they're going to start ripping off the Foresters. Now, it ended up paying off, because they're going to be out of debt in a couple months, and but I mean, everyone else lost everything. Sally lost her relationship with Thomas. Now, granted, she dumped him beforehand, but she was feeling guilty ahead of time. That's why she did it. And their confrontation scene together was brilliant. Brilliant acting from both of them, actually, from Thomas and Sally. So good. And she was crying, and she was like, you know what, I'm sorry. I know that you're upset. I was panicked. I didn't know what to do. I've got all these people that, have to go home and feed their families. I don't know why I'm yawning. It is the middle of the day. Whatever. Anyways. So, in terms of that was actually a very good scene. And then there was another really good scene between Coco and RJ, where RJ was like, how could you do this? And she's like, it was me. Because Shirley broke down and told Coco, look, all that jewelry we gave you, there was cameras in there. So you might not have knowingly helped us, but you're the reason why we have this. I mean, so to me, in my opinion, the main person behind this is Bill Spencer. Because if he hadn't have forced that review by Jarrett Maxwell, then I think that things would have been a lot different. I think that Sally would have used her own design still. Second person to blame is Jarrett Maxwell, because he didn't even go to Liam for help. And he should have gone to Liam for help. Or Brooke. Or Katie. Or, someone else who has a conscience. Right? Instead, he just, sat on his hands. And then the third person to blame would be Shirley Spectra, because Shirley's the one who was like, you'll never be with Thomas. It's part of growing up, is loving and losing is part of growing. I mean, like, she was saying the most harshest things I would never, ever say to my children or my grandchildren or anyone related to me. Even if I believed it to be true, I wouldn't say it. Like, it's just hateful. It's like going to a kid that's at Disneyland and saying, hey, that Mickey over there is just someone in a costume head. Let's just stomp on their dreams right now. Why don't we do that? Right? I mean, it's awful. It was really horrible. That was not likable at all. And on the Forrester side, of course, everyone was like, oh my God, she's all... first of all, Steffi and Rick and Maya have zero, and even to a certain extent, Brooke, don't have any room to talk about anything, because it wasn't technically their designs that were stolen. Rich has a right to be mad. Yes, he does. So does Thomas. And so does Eric, if Eric found out about it, But nobody else really has that right to get that upset about it, And they were it was one of those kill the beast moments, right? Where they were just a mob, rabble, rabble, rabble. It was awful. It was really bad, and Ridge I just hate Ridge. He is not likable at all. At all. I don't care for him. That's why I don't like this whole Ridge and Quinn thing, because I like Quinn way too much for her to be with. She's way too good for Ridge. I love her with Eric. I can't stand her with Ridge. And it makes me wonder, where is Deacon? Where is Deacon Sharp? Because he would be really good right now as an ally of Quinn, Because maybe he could start dating Katie. Take her mind off of it. Anyways, thank you all so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter at Angel Benton or on Instagram, same. You can hashtag Bold and Beautiful to talk Bold and Beautiful. And next, I'm going to be doing. Oh, you can also hashtag Dancing for Relevancy because I'm got to talk all about this week's Dancing for Relevancy, and it's not good. Anyways, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba wubba wubba.